All right, y'all, Water Guard TV, we back with another video. Y'all know we talk about health, wealth, and a deeper understanding of self, okay? And I had to tap in on this Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith. Now, shout out to Petit Flacco for covering this. I heard his story. I heard a lot of different stories. I'm going to hear Jason. We're going to go over Jason Whitlock's response a little bit. Go dig too much because I don't have that much time. You know, my videos are normally tops 12 minutes. And he goes on a long, not even a rant. He goes at exactly what Stephen A. Smith said. But before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all tap in the description. Okay, I got it. If you want to start a YouTube channel, remote work, you want to contact me directly about getting your water clean. If you got iron problems, sulfur problems, if you buying all this bottled water, but you know you can drink it right from the faucet, okay, hit me in the description. We got that covered. We help families every day with their water issues to save them money and keep them healthier. So let's get into this Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. So check it out, right? When I seen this, I'm shocked because I'm thinking like, what's going on with, you know, Stephen A. going on this rant like this? Now, let y'all, shout out to Petit Flack, but let me let y'all hear what exactly what he said. A short clip.
Saying that Winston-Salem State at the end of their basketball season, when they're preparing for their conference tournament and maybe trying to qualify for the Division II postseason tournament, that they play a game on Saturday, he wakes up the next morning, they're having a scrimmage that he arrives to late in the middle of, and Big House Games checks this 6'1", 150-pound guard from New York City who played a couple of months of high school basketball without acquiring any stats or anything, played a month or two of junior college basketball without acquiring any stats or anything. He shuts down a practice, checks Stephen A. Smith into the scrimmage, and then, according to Smith's account, he knocked down 17 straight shots in the scrimmage.
Now, I find that hard to believe, okay? Like Jason Whitlock is saying, okay, I played basketball in high school, middle school, okay, even went to college to play and was on the practice team and didn't play in the games, right? Dropped out of school after that. I just was in there for 1 year, you know, and dropped out, all right? Dropped out of college. So what he's saying is it's making me question, you know, how did you not have no stats in high school? Normally it goes like this. The guys who are in high school, right, who played ball in high school that was really good, these are the guys that go to college. You don't never hear of a guy in high school who really didn't have no stats, really didn't play that much, and he would be even good enough to drop 17 points in college. Because you're getting, after high school, it's like it goes up. It's like another league, you know, and I find it hard to believe, me being somebody that was in them kind of shoes, that was in those similar shoes, play high school ball, went to college and then didn't play, but I understood it was a lot more talent out there. There's no way nobody that I knew in high school that was on the bench that could have went to a college and just scored like that. I don't see it happening. Now, here's the response, right? I gotta show y'all this. Here's the response, all right, to what Jason Whitlock had to say to Stephen A. Check this out.
Coming at the big dog. And let me tell you something right now. I am the big dog. I ain't the only one. There's plenty. Skip Bayless, apologies to him too for bringing up Jason Whitlock's name in the same sentence as him. But we all know what time it is. Everyone knows. All the executives at all the networks, they know what a piece of shit he is. And they begged me not to do this. But even my pastor, A.R. Bernard, said, I'm not happy about it. But every now and then we gotta do what we gotta do. I promise you, and last to my sister Carmen, I won't do this again. I promise you. I know you cringing. You didn't want me to do this. I'm sorry, sis. It was necessary. He's a sorry, fat piece of shit. A no of the worst order. He is the worst human being any of you will ever meet. You get within a mile of his presence. Wrap your arms around yourself to protect your soul.
Wow.
He is Cain. He is a devil. The worst. That's all I have to say.
So that's Stephen A. Smith's reaction, and we'll play some other clips and highlights from it. I do want to tell the media off top, just so I can put things in proper perspective. Stephen A. Smith did a 45, 50-minute rant, tirade about me. My response will be longer. And so I don't want you to say, Whitlock did a 2-hour rebuttal or a 2-day rebuttal to Stephen A. Smith. The reason why my response will be longer, and the reason why my videos and previous shows have been longer, is because it's not just me talking. I have aired out and played a bunch of comments that Stephen A. has said to give him a voice and show to prove, to provide factual evidence. I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. This is what the man said on television or on his podcast, or you've seen me read excerpts from his book. And that takes up time. And because I'm trying to give you the proper context to understand everything I'm saying about Stephen A. Smith. I'm not doing this willy-nilly. Stephen A. Smith went on a name-calling, profanity-laced rant. He did not address any of the things questions I've raised about the farcical, far-fetched, seemingly fabricated stories in his book. Didn't respond to any of that. It's just a bunch of ranting and raving.
So let's get back to it. This is where I feel like Jason Whitlock is cooking Stephen A. Okay, because Stephen A., you got to make it make sense. Okay, you have to make it make sense with what he's saying. You went on a rant. He's the worst human being ever. Okay, we get all of that. Can you address what he's saying though? Can you make us understand and make us feel like this is true of what, or false of what this man is saying? And actually how Jason Whitlock is coming at Stephen A. is making you have to question Stephen A.'s credibility, because he's taking this stuff like he's saying from what you said. So I think that was the wrong kind of response that Stephen A. Smith said. Like, why would you go on with all of that? This man was just questioning your stories. You know, it's like you tell somebody a story and they question it and you get mad. Like, why are you questioning, you know, my stats and my storyline? And like, this is true. You just believe it. It's like, come on, Stephen A. So I think Jason Whitlock is up one on you. I didn't watch his whole response, his 2-hour response, but if y'all want to watch that on Jason Whitlock, you can. But my point to this is, Stephen A. looks like you down 20 on the scoreboard, man, and you need to, he says he's not going to address this again, so he probably not going to talk about it, but it still leaves doubt when everybody is scratching their head. Like, Stephen A., how you scored 1.5 in one game? You said this out your mouth, and then you say you didn't score. Then you say it was 0 games. It's like, which one is it? Okay, something ain't adding up. And Jason Whitlock is claiming that you an industry plant. And I did, on my video, guys, I went over, I was talking about Cat Williams and how the Muslim and the Louis Farrakhan, the secret partnership with the KKK and Elijah Muhammad. We was talking about the partnerships, and it's called control opposition, where they'll put people in place to, you know, have things under control. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to link me in the description, leave a comment, share, Let me know what y'all think. I catch you in the comments. Peace.
Are you ready for cleaner, safer water throughout your entire home? Our high-efficiency water systems handles just that. Plus, it can be installed in one day by our expert local installers. Just click below to check local pricing and claim your free water test today.